Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to another episode of Shy Bulls Podcast, y'all. On today's episode, we got to talk about the next stretch of games for your Chicago Bulls. Is this the most important stretch of games for the Chicago Bulls season coming up? Y'all already know. Before we talk about it, y'all got to hear this music first.
Cognac. Gang.
Shy Bulls Podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby. I'm holding it down on another episode for me and my co-host C-Dub on Shy Bulls Podcast. If you like what you're listening to today, ensure that you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. So I posed the question, is this the most important stretch of games for the Chicago Bulls season? And I'm going to flat out say, yes, this right here is the most important stretch of games for your Chicago Bulls. Number one, this is going to let me know if the Bulls have waken up and found that continuity and found that cohesion that is necessary to push themselves out of the play-in. Number two, this is here where we find out what's the mentality and what's the temperature of the team. Number three, I don't expect them to be big moves made, so we got to ride out with this team. And we're going to see if these guys can eventually start to beat down some of these lesser teams as we continue to move on through this schedule moving forward. Now, first and foremost, for starting tonight, we got the Atlanta Hawks. Then we got the Indiana Pacers, the Hornets, Orlando, the Clippers, the Hornets, Portland, San Antonio, Memphis, Brooklyn, Cleveland, and the Magic. Just all moving forward. Those are some very winnable games that the Chicago Bulls should be able to take advantage of, especially in games like Indiana, Charlotte, the Magic, Portland, San Antonio, Orlando again, Indiana, moving until we push on until All-Star break. Now, I believe this is definitely the most important stretch of games for the Chicago Bulls, simply based on because last year, these guys were fighting for their lives at this point of the season. Now, I was on record saying that I wanted the Chicago Bulls to struggle early on. I got to hold myself accountable. I wanted these guys to struggle early on and then be able to turn it on. So far right now, it's all coming into everything I stated early on has happened. These guys have struggled. They look good. They look good in most games. They look terrible in other games. But lately, they have been competing. But now is the time to get set. These guys got to get set, get ready, and get going. To me, it seemed like they found out what the hell needs to be done to go ahead and push themselves out of the play-in. Right now, they are 10th with a 21-24 record. Tonight, you start against the Atlanta Hawks, who are 23-24, just a few slots up above you in that play-in tournament if it was to start today. So tonight starts with the Chicago Bulls, letting these guys know that we here, we ready to play, and we ready to make this push. We know that going against the Atlanta Hawks in the first game, they won on a buzzer beater. On the second game, we won with a Debo shot to clinch the game. Now, we got to see how I'm anticipating another close game tonight. But the Chicago Bulls, they got to get it done. You got to find a way to get things done. Number one, you're on a 2-game winning streak. You had your Kiki and the Ha-Ha up in Paris. Y'all telling everybody in the media that you guys have built some continuity, built some cohesion within, being on that trip, meeting each other's family, learning a little bit more about each other. Let's see that on the floor. I was on record saying that these guys have looked like they are having a lot more fun in the last few games, the last few weeks. Everything didn't pan out to what everything didn't result in wins, but that's okay. Now is the time to let's go, get ready, play through Vooch. The ball is moving better. The defense has been better. Hence why these guys are top 10 in offense and defense for the last few weeks. They got to get it going. We got to push this thing. We got to take care of business. It ain't no more time to come out here and play around with these guys. DeMar DeRozan was able to get that quad right for 3 games. You know what I'm saying? We truly missed him, but it was great to have him back. You know what I'm saying? Against the Detroit Pistons. And for what the Chicago Bulls was able to do against the Detroit Pistons and the defending champions Golden State Warriors, there's no excuse why these guys can't string together a nice winning streak. That's it. That's all. They got to get it together. The offense has definitely been better. They have definitely been working together, definitely been doing everything necessary to go ahead and put points on the board. And that is playing through Nikola Vucevic first, letting him operate in the post, and letting the big man be a good passer like he is. And then you got other guys stepping up. Patrick Williams has been building some consistency. And part of that is him, and part of that is Billy Donovan. But we need Billy Donovan to continue to harp on Patrick Williams. We need the vets to lead these young guys to respond to adversity during games, to respond to whatever happens during the game. If a shot doesn't make it, if the three-point shot not going down, these guys need to go ahead and ensure that they're getting involved some way, somehow, whether that's defensively, cutting to the basket, going to the mid-range whenever you got an opportunity to, and definitely coming down to ensuring that even if it's not falling early on with a three-point shot, that when your number is called in clutch moment or crucial moments of the game, that the Chicago Bulls, young players, are able to knock those down. So, now we on to the defense. The defense has been better. These guys have been wreaking havoc. They have been doing good things on the defensive side, creating turnovers, being able to push it down. You know what I'm saying? And with the improved Derrick Jones Jr. so far in these last few games, just going crazy with the dunk and the highlights and putting on the show, he got to continue to do that. Now, the Atlanta Hawks and the other teams moving forward, they are not going super big, so I expect DJJ to constantly be put out there and be asked to help this team take another step forward and win games. So I always want to put all the accountability on our top four. That's Billy Donovan, Zach, DeMar, and Vooch. Yes, Vooch has been added to that. I know I was on the 3 at first, but Vooch has been added to that because we know that the identity that needs to be present has to include Nikola Vucevic being a double-double machine. My guy has 10 double-doubles. He's on a 10-game double-double streak. We need to run it up. We need to run it up. We need him to run it up. We need him to take advantage of the small guys. We need the players to recognize when a small guy is on him, get the ball to Vooch hands, tell Vooch to either go ahead and work that post, work his magic and get quick shots and quick opportunities, or pass it out to open shooters like he has been doing for the last few games. We need to continue that. These stretching games are so crucial because moving into All-Star break, you want that momentum. So while everybody's on that break, relaxing, getting ready for the final push, you already got the momentum down. Now is the time to figure out what the Chicago Bulls are made of. These games are crucial. These games are crucial. Now, tonight, it's questionable that Goran Dragic, he's questionable. He's sick. Me, he's an older guy. Take a seat, young fella. Billy Donovan, can we get a Dalen Terry sighting, please? Can we get a Dalen Terry sighting, please? The most we seen Dalen Terry is when he was up in Paris doing interviews, crashing interviews, and being a pest to some of the veterans. Let this man get some shine. You know what I'm saying? But that's besides the point. I need Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Nikola Vucevic to go out and perform. Zach LaVine, you did not have a great start to the season, so it's very unlikely that you will end up in the All-Star game. You need to make it known that you deserve to be there, even though you haven't been playing well for the first few months of the season. You just started turning it on kind of late into that December mark, and then in January, you've been going crazy. We need to continue that. DeMar DeRozan, we need to continue some of that dominance. You know what I'm saying? But we want you to dominate within the flow of the offense. Let's go. Nikola Vucevic, keep doing what you're doing, my brother. But these games, in my opinion, are going to be the most crucial simply because how winnable they are. They are very winnable. Very winnable. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Atlanta, the Bulls match up evenly with them. But that game's going to come down who wants it more. Indiana Pacers, no Tyrese Halliburton. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe my guy's still injured. But at the end of the day, The Bulls are more talented. They should be able to take care of business. The Charlotte Hornets, you got a LaMelo Ball with the injury out there. You should be able to take care of business. And with the Magic, they coming in. They're a young pesky crew. They're a nice young team who always come in with Mr. Magic City doing this thing. Can't even be mad at them at this particular moment. But you need to take care of business. Against the Clippers, it's going to be a little bit of challenge, but y'all typically get up to teams that are at the top of whatever division. You know what I'm saying? You got to take care of business. Against the Hornets again, against Portland. Portland last night just gave up 25 points to the Los Angeles Lakers. You know what I'm saying? And Portland has been free falling. You need to take care of business. Against the Spurs, we know how great Cole Pop is, but you need to take care of business. And that's just what it really comes down to. You need to take care of business. Within the 8 games I just named, the Bulls, in my opinion, need to go 6-2. I don't think that's too much to ask for. If you want to show me something, show me something. And I'm putting that expectation on the Chicago Bulls. They got to go into the All-Star break charging with force. They need to get hot if you want to end up out of that play-in. You don't want to find yourself in a situation to where you're in a play-in and it comes down to one game. Because if you're coming down to one game, anything can happen in that one game. You want a chance to move on. How do you do that? You get in that mode right now so you can see yourself fighting in a 7-game series to where you give yourself a better chance than just leaving it to a sudden death type of game. So y'all go ahead. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat how y'all feeling about the Bulls' next stretch of games. Is it the most important of the season? I say yes. Because you need this momentum. You need these games against lesser teams to dominate, to string together a nice number of victories to where you can start to climb that standing ladder. You need this right now. This is a soft spot in the schedule. You should be able to take advantage, Chicago Bulls. This is the most crucial point of the season for me. Y'all could defer. And I would say, some people would say it's after All-Star break. I say you want that momentum going into All-Star break so then you can just keep the foot on the gas moving after the All-Star break. That's my opinion. Y'all go ahead and let me know how y'all feeling about it. Y'all make sure y'all comment below. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. We are back to doing our mailbag episodes. Go ahead and leave us a text message or a voicemail. The number is 773-242-9219. This is another episode of Shy Bulls Podcast. Y'all already know, baby. See red. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.
Cognac.